Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 3 and we will be present a material about cultural diversity. What is cultural diversity is? Cultural diversity or multiculturalism refers to a society or group that is made up of many different people. These include people from different countries, different race and religions who have different interests, skills, and beliefs. Cultural diversity means there are many kinds of special cultures all around the world. Cultural diversity is about respecting our differences and celebrating what other cultures can offer to society. Cultural diversity is necessary for peace, sustainability, and development. Learning about different culture to help us understand different perspectives and dispel negative stereotypes, also biases against in different groups. Cultural diversity makes our society a more interesting place to live. Apart from a broad scope such as the world, community, environment, and education, cultural diversity also exists in workplace life. When we're talking about cultural diversity in workplace, it's inclusion of employees from different background, different race, sexual orientation, and political view. A workplace that contains cultural diversity can increase employee involvement in improving decision making, creativity, and communication skills. An organization needs to maintain diversity and look for methods to transform into comprehensive institution because diversity has the prospect of producing better work productivity.
So the next point is types of cultural diversity. The first is age. In the workplace, there are often people from different generations. So each generation has its own way of doing things because of the time they were born and the work even they experience. So maybe sometimes people can have unfair thought about other based on their age, which is called ageism. This happens because of stereotypes, like thinking all older people are workaholics or all young people want to change jobs a lot. Ageism can make it hard for people of different age to work well together. So the next is cultural background. Different cultures have their own unique foods, languages, religions, and custom. When people from different cultures work together, it can be a chance to learn new things, but it can also be challenging. So it's important to teach your team about different cultures and make sure everyone feels comfortable talking about their differences. So third is physical abilities and disabilities. Hiring people with different abilities and experiences can make your team stronger and bring in new idea. To do this, you can start by checking how your company treats people with disabilities, so you can also make your workplace more accessible and create programs to support people with disabilities. So fourth is race and ethnicity. People's background are more than just their race or ethnicity. It's important to talk openly about these things with your employees and job candidates to make sure everyone feels included. So the next is religious and spiritual beliefs. Even if people don't talk about their religion at work, but it's important to respect their beliefs. This can mean giving them time off for religious holidays and making sure they are treated fairly. You can also create a quiet space for people to pray or meditate during the day. So six, gender identity. Gender is not just about being male or female, but people don't fit into these categories or identify as non-binary, transgender, genderqueer, and more. It's important to ask people what pronouns they prefer and to be respectful of their identity. So the last is sexual orientation. Sexual orientation is about who people are attracted to. It's different from gender identity, but some common sexual orientation include heterosexual, gay, lesbian, bisexual, asexual, and more. Even if the laws don't protect everyone, you can still create an inclusive workplace by educating your team and asking about pronouns. So the next point is examples of diversity in the workplace. Here there are examples of companies that have successfully embraced cultural diversity. First is Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson is recognized as a top performer in various guides and evaluation related to cultural diversity in the workplace. They have adopted a comprehensive and all-encompassing approach to promoting cultural diversity within their organization. So they also invest in training their interviewers to identify and contract bias during the hiring process. This training aims to ensure that candidates are evaluated based on their skills and qualifications rather than personal biases. Then the next is Google. Google is highlighted for its approach to cultural diversity, particularly in the context of serving a global audience. Google provides service in a vast number of languages, around 4,000, which make their products and service accessible to people from diverse linguistic backgrounds all around the world. So the company's motto, "Never judge a search engine by its interface," emphasizes the importance of looking beyond superficial appearance or cultural differences and instead focusing on the value and functionality of their products. So the third is Kellogg's. Kellogg's is acknowledged for its achievement in promoting cultural diversity, particularly with regard to gender diversity. Kellogg is not for having more women in leadership position within their company compared to the national average. Especially, they have 1/3 more women in leadership roles than what is typically observed in similar organizations. So Kellogg is also recommended for promoting benefits such as longer maternity pay, which is a step toward supporting a diverse and inclusive workforce, especially for women.
Okay, challenges of diversity in workplace. As we know that diversity means collaborating with people of different work styles, abilities, ideas, genders, traditions, generations, sexual orientations, language, and more. It's about acknowledging the various characters that individuals pose. Of course, diversity challenges in the workplace exist, but it's impossible to overlook how impactful diversity is. As per research, workplace with people from diverse backgrounds witness several benefits. Diversity boosts productivity, gives new perspective, enhances creativity, and incites more ingenious innovations. So here I would like to describe about challenges in the workplace of cultural diversity. The first is communications. Effective communications is key to achieving our company goals. And good communications foster inclusions, holds teams together, improves productivity, and builds relationship. In contrast, poor communications is one of the significant challenges of diversity in the workplace because of we had different language maybe or different culture. It can confuse project recruitment, cause missed deadlines, disorganized teams, and disagreements. Communications issues may arise while working with people from various cultures who speak different language, have varied abilities, or belong to other age groups. It may also get hampered while working remotely or with people from different time zones. The second is slow decisions making. Having a diverse teams means numerous opinions and feedback. This may make you feel lost. Moreover, with every member approaching the task from a different angle, reaching a conclusion might feel endless. As a result, your decision-making process slows down. But if you let these challenges slow you down, you miss out on a lot of revenue. Why? Because decision making drives 95% of business performance. Incorporating new ideas feels challenging, but these varied viewpoints give diverse teams an edge over others. The third is trust issues. Trust is strongly influenced by what your employees experience in the workplace. If someone witnesses of experiences favoritism or discriminations, their trust in your company's ideas might get broken. They may feel hesitant and uncertain. This is especially true if the person is from a different country, background, race, and age. In diverse workplace, people may struggle to connect with those different from them. This may make them feel like they don't fit in, and they may hesitate to communicate with others. In short, lack of trust can multiply and complicate overcoming the challenges of diversity in the workplace. The fourth is discrimination. Stereotyping, discrimination, racism, and other forms of prejudice can be some of the most difficult diversity challenges in the workplace. A workplace is truly diverse only when it fosters inclusion and belongingness. When all your employees embrace these two values, discriminations and racism will cease to exist. The fifth barriers to diversity implementations. Implementing diversity is not an easy task. Moreover, diversity and inclusion cannot be sustained if the efforts are not bolder. Gone are the days when diversity and inclusion were human resources thing. The last is different meanings of inclusions. The idea of inclusion is different for everyone. For some, it may mean respecting their religions. For others, it may mean having an unbiased attitude toward their color. And then for others, mean acknowledging their abilities is irrespective of their disabilities. And then for women, it will mean equal opportunities. As leaders, if you were leaders, your responsibility is to ensure that all your employees feel included, meaning that everyone has positive experiences and feels comfortable, respected, valued, and heard. Their thoughts are heard. Their contributions are recognized. So, besides all the cultural diversity challenges, it also has the positive impacts, such as enriched perspective, enhanced problem solving, cultural exchange, and then economic benefits.
There are many advantages and disadvantages of cultural diversity in workplace. Let's start with advantages first. Number 1, increase innovation and creativity. Having a diverse employee base can lead to higher levels of innovation and creativity, because when people from different cultures and backgrounds come together, they bring a broad range of experience and ideas. And the second is broader talent. It allows organizations to hire from a more extensive talent pool, which can lead to finding the best person for the job that might not have otherwise discovered. And the last advantage is cross-cultural understanding. Can lead to a better understanding of cultural perspective. It can help build stronger relationships both within and outside of organization. Okay, next is disadvantages of cultural diversity on workplace. Let's start with the first disadvantages is misunderstanding and prejudice. One of the significant cons of cultural diversity in the workplace is the potential for misunderstanding and prejudice. Number 2 is cultural differences and professional etiquette. Different cultural backgrounds may have different expectations for professional etiquette, which can lead to misunderstanding and ill feelings. For the example, in some culture, it may be customary to bow instead of shake hands. And the last disadvantage is language barriers. Employers who hire international workers may face language barrier, This can make it difficult to ensure that everyone in the organization feels comfortable speaking the same language. Okay, from our explanation above, it can be conclusion that cultural diversity at work means having a mix of people from different backgrounds, and it is important because it brings new idea and creativity to the company. However, it can also lead to misunderstanding and challenges. For the example, some people might think it's polite to bow instead of shaking hands, which can be confusing. And language differences can also make communication harder. Despite these challenges, having a diverse workforce is generally a good thing. Companies that embrace diversity tend to do better in the long run, so it's worth the effort to make sure everyone feels included and respected, no matter where they from or what they believe. Okay, that's all our presentation about cultural diversity. Thanks for your attention and sorry for our mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.